My husband's family called me a gold digger for years, so I shared our 40-page prenup listing the assets in my name. His mother started it at our engagement party. She pulled me aside and said, "You know he's worth $3 million, right?" Like I needed a reminder. I grew up in a working-class neighborhood. My dad's a mechanic, my mom works at the post office. We lived in a 1,200-square-foot house my whole childhood. Nothing fancy, but we were happy. My husband's family has generational wealth. His grandfather owned textile mills. His parents summer in the Hamptons. They wear watches that cost more than my dad's truck. Every family dinner became an interrogation. Where did you grow up? What do your parents do? What kind of car do you drive? His cousin once asked if I knew what a trust fund was while we were eating Thanksgiving dinner. At our wedding, his family sat in the back making comments about my dad's suit from JCPenney. My uncle overheard his aunt say, "Well, at least the venue is nice, even if they can't afford the guest list they wanted." We paid for the entire wedding ourselves, $40,000. I wrote the check. I dressed nice, but not designer. I drove a 2015 Honda. I didn't flash money I didn't have. To them, that was proof I was after their precious son's inheritance. The worst was his uncle at Christmas 3 years ago. He handed my husband an envelope with $10,000 and said loud enough for everyone to hear, "Just in case she takes half when this falls apart." I stayed quiet, smiled through it all, nodded lightly when they made comments about my simple background. My husband would apologize later in the car, saying his family was just protective, but he never confronted them, not once. His aunt told people at their country club I probably got pregnant on purpose to trap him. We don't even have kids. His cousin posted on Facebook about people who marry for money the same week we announced our engagement. When I saw it, there were already 12 comments from his family members agreeing. Last year, his mother sent me an article about prenups just as helpful information for the future. We'd already been married for 2 years at that point. She also suggested I might want to think about going back to school, since I only had an associate's degree. I have a master's in computer science from Stanford. Then his mother called last month asking why we were buying such an expensive house in our neighborhood. The listing was $2.8 million. I told her the truth. I paid cash for it. She laughed. Actually laughed. "Sure, honey, my son's very generous with his money." I said, "No, I paid for it. It's in my name." She went quiet for exactly 5 seconds, then said, "Well, he must have helped with the down payment at least." I told her there was no down payment. I paid the full amount. She scoffed and said, "Sweetie, you don't need to lie to impress me." That's when I'd had enough. I hung up, opened my email, and forwarded her our prenup, all 40 pages of it. Every single asset listed in excruciating detail. CC'd his father, his aunt, his uncle, and his 3 cousins who'd been the worst. Page 12, the $2.8 million condo in Brooklyn, purchased by me in 2023, title in my name. Page 18, the lake house in Vermont worth $890,000, purchased by me in 2021, title in my name. Page 23, stock portfolio valued at $4.2 million, my name only. Page 28, retirement accounts totaling $3.1 million, all mine. Page 31, my husband's trust fund from his grandfather, $850,000. I started a software company in 2012, sold it in 2019 for $6.4 million, invested most of it in tech stocks before they exploded. I'm worth about $11 million. My husband's trust fund was set up when he was born. He gets $50,000 a year from it and can't touch the principal until he's 45. I've never once mentioned my money to his family. I wore Target clothes to their events. I drove my old Honda. I let them think whatever they wanted. His mother called me crying 20 minutes after I sent the email. Said I was embarrassing her son by flaunting money that isn't even real. I said, "Funny how I'm suddenly not a gold digger anymore," and hung up. His father called an hour later demanding I apologize for creating family drama. I told him the drama started when his brother called me a gold digger at my own wedding. His uncle called from a blocked number at 11 p.m. screaming that I was a liar and probably forged documents. His cousin texted saying, "We always knew you were hiding something." Yeah, I was hiding that I'm richer than all of them combined. His family hasn't contacted us in 3 weeks. My husband's phone has 47 unread messages from his mother. He says he's never felt more free in his life.